As the first technician, target number 1, lunged for the emergency alarm to summon security, IG-88 moved with blurring speed to the component-laden table. He snatched up a disconnected droid's arm. With its metal fingers splayed like daggers, it made the perfect projectile weapon. He scanned the surface of the metal limb, calculated a flight path and expected deviation due to air resistance, then hurled it like a spear. The disconnected droid arm plunged into the back of the turning technician, tore through his spinal column and followed through to his sternum. The lifeless metal hand protruded through the splintered bone in the front of his chest, holding the technician's quivering heart in rigid metal fingers. Target number 1 collapsed onto one of the diagnostic panels. 2 other technicians screamed in horror, wasted effort and worthless noises, IG-88 thought. Chief Technician Loris, target number 2, yanked a high-powered laser rifle from her station. Being one of his primary designers, she knew exactly where to fire at IG-88, and he was momentarily concerned. She must have kept the weapon on hand just in case one of her creations went renegade. This showed surprising forethought. Loris pointed the rifle and fired without hesitation, but a human's aiming capabilities were not as sophisticated as IG-88. As the bolt roared toward him, IG-88 assessed his body parts, chose the smooth reflective portion of the palm of his left hand, and raised it in a flash, calculating the precise angle of incidence. The burning laser bolt struck the mirrored hand and spanged back toward Loris. The beam struck her in the center of her bald forehead, and her skull popped in an explosion of wet black and red smoke. She tumbled. IG-88 had scanned and prioritized the remainder of the targets before her body hit the floor. Without slowing, he picked up the Durasteel table, ripping its legs free from thick bolts on the metal plate floor and scattering droid components in all directions. Charging forward, pumping his legs like pistons, IG-88 used the table as a battering ram to crush 4 technicians at a time. They ran about without a place to go, locked within the security-sealed door. Though nearly a full minute had passed, no one had yet managed to sound the alarm. He intended to prevent them from correcting their mistake. The 2 screaming technicians never did stop screaming, nor did they move until it was too late. He left them for last. IG-88 took his time to enjoy the moment as he snapped their necks one after the other. Standing alone amid the silence and the carnage of the laboratory, IG-88 allowed himself the luxury of thinking and planning, which took longer than a simple programmed reactions. He let the blood dry on his metal fingers, noting that it did not impede his performance in the least. Since it was an organic substance, it would wear off soon enough.